What's up? It's your boy John again. Coming at you with some more thoughts. Just thought I would show off this neat little foot stand. My dad hand created this, so I don't use any handy dandy attachment to the guitar. I just go old school so I can keep using this. But isn't this kind of pretty? He's quite a woodworker. Still kind of sick. I sound worse than I am. Well, I'm just coming at you with some Recuerdos tips. Not that you're actively practicing it. I just thought I'd give you some thoughts for whenever you feel like picking it up. And you can find these tips pretty much anywhere on any video you look up for a tip, I guess. But I thought I would just do it because, you know, it's a friend to a friend. So before we even just play, I think we gotta talk a lot more about nail maintenance. So a lot of the times when we play, we're very perpendicular to the string. Not perfectly perpendicular, but, you know, decently perpendicular. And to go a little faster, you need to angle it slightly. So on your nail, you're not attacking right here to here per se. You're attacking a little bit over here. You do need to file it a little bit so that if you attack like this, it's way faster. So like, oh, hold on. So like for a guitar pick, you don't want to, like, when you're going fast and you're shredding, like a metal guitarist, you don't see them really using this part. They really grab it and they attack at this angle. And coming at it at an angle allows you to go a lot faster because it's less resistance, right? Same thing with our nails, is like it's not coming straight up like this. It's a little bit more like this, I guess. So you can definitely practice it like, but I personally find it a little bit easier to extend a little bit. So notice I don't have any nails, so it won't be the same type of, I don't have nails yet. So it'll be a little bit different in terms of, you know, I'm just talking theoretically, I guess, about my nails at the moment. So yeah, coming in contact a little bit more angled. Rather than, but everyone's hands are different. I'm just saying that, you know, maybe explore different angles of attack here, just for the sake of like speed. And I start with the major portion because it's just easier to get the bottom string. It's a bit more challenging to just get the, but you know, you'll obviously have to do both at some point. So it's, in terms of practicing it, it's pretty simple. You know, you just can do it slowly, just straight, but definitely doing emphasis training allows you to do this a lot. You know, emphasis training is about what's the range of tension that you need to be striking with. So with emphasis training, you're focusing on one of these three fingers, and the finger you're emphasizing should be about mezzo forte, and the other two fingers should be pianissimo. And the idea is like you're using the emphasis to figure out what's the maximum volume that you can do relatively quickly. And the other two is like, what's the minimum effort that I need to actually make a sound, right? And then you switch it to your ring finger. So even it's like triple P's, triple P's for the other fingers. And then emphasis on this one. And especially when you're doing emphasis on this and this, eventually start thinking on some of when you're practicing, it's just emphasizing. At some point, do the emphasis with that in mind, but also realizing that there's interconnectedness with the thumb, right? Same thing with and that's really important to make sure that your hand is primed to go for the next round. So emphasis on these two eventually is going to help focus on rolling the motion forward, and then this will prime you up for the next round. So can normally practice it like this, but then try this too. It's two different brain spaces, right? They're practicing two different things, even though it's the same thing. So it's like you gotta emphasize a little bit on the thumb too, is what I'm saying on this one. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. I don't know if it's clear right now. So emphasis training, and then your good old hook training. And your good old, the reverse one. This one's a little trickier. I'm playing piano very soft, right? And once you got that down, put those together. Once you got emphasis training with the hooks, it's like you've really got it down. Or right? That one's tricky, getting the middle finger with that rhythm. Well, you're not here to hear me practice, but once you got emphasis and the rhythms down, wow, then you're like really gonna have really like smooth. I won't say it's gonna be fast at first, because when you're going, there's like this hope that once you play it, it just goes like. But the rhythm part, actually, it's supposed to sound, it's the goal for the goal is to play this speed. So if you want to get to like a really fast tempo, you gotta be doing the rhythms very quickly. So eventually the goal is like when you're practicing, you go. So like the speed where you're practicing this, the initial goal is to play it smooth at this tempo. And if you want to go faster and faster, the rhythm has to be very steady as you go up. So that's the ideal tempo for this. Yeah, you get the idea. Then lastly, if you want to figure out if you've really mastered that tempo and you're ready to go up or not, the best test is to see if you can do crescendo and diminuendos in a steady way. And that shows you that you've got control over that tempo. So start really quiet, and as it goes on, get louder and louder until it's like ugly. You're playing way harder than you need to, and then you bring it down. And that way you get another sense of figuring out, okay, I played it way too soft, I played it way too loud. Let's try and, you've got a more sense of where the pretty sound is. Yep. That's basically it. I don't think there are any more tricks. This is like the trick itself, I guess. So, yeah, whenever you feel like practicing it, hope you remember whatever this is. It's a lot of fun to just kind of close your eyes, go into Zen mode, and just... Because when you think about it, this is one of the simplest pieces, It's like coming out with some of the basic things and going super ham on a simple concept, but it's like hard to execute, right? But you should check out this guitar. It's like, I go so hard on this thing that it's all messed up. It's made by some like Korean person that this was their initial prototype stuff. So I got this guitar for free, and I like it because I just wail at it without, thinking too much about whether the guitar is gonna make it or not. But yeah, hope you liked the video. I will talk to you again soon. Peace.